Seven on STEEZ, nothing going on yesterday. Bringing you round 12, or if it's backwards, I'm not sure. 12 game review. First game of the round, we have Essendon Bombers versus Brisbane Lions at the at the Gabba, if you don't mind. Coming into this game, man, definitely just given the injuries that Essendon really is having to deal with at the moment, I didn't really give them a shot at all, especially considering that most of them are down back, with Zach Reed being out, Jordan Ridley being out, among some other players as well. Darcy Perry still being out too. So they have some key players there. I think Ben Mackay. So the list goes on with injuries. They haven't really been fortunate in that area of the ground. And on top of that, just Brisbane has been one of the better teams in the AFL, regardless if they struggled for a couple of weeks. But I think still, I didn't give Essendon a shot, bro. I thought that Brisbane would just outclass them. I think they're the better side, the more consistent side, and the more experienced side for that matter. So for that reason, for those reasons, I didn't really think Essendon would be a shot to win this game. And that's how I looked earlier in the game, bro. I think Brisbane had about a 30-point lead, 30-plus point lead at quarter time. Brisbane was figuring Essendon out, was orchestrating, maneuvering their defense pretty easily, bro. Just off a switch, finding the gaps in the defense and being able to take it the other way. And Essendon didn't really help them either when it comes to it just comes to multiple turnovers and not being able to really handle the pressure that Brisbane was bringing. And yeah, man, it really looked like it was running away, and I really thought the game might have been over at that point. But Essendon really got to work, man. And I've been pretty critical of Essendon so far, but they ended up losing this game. Spoiler alert. But I don't think losing this game, there's really any shame in this game, considering how they ended up rallying toward the end of the game. In the second quarter, they played pretty well as well, with Nick Martin in the midfield, and Sam Durham got hurt, so that hurt their chances in the midfield. But they rolled him up to full forward, and he spent the majority of the game there. But I think Essendon played a pretty good job, bro. They straightened up the deficit that they had in the midfield. You know what I'm saying? And I think they really just got to work, bro, to be honest. And shit didn't look as easy as it did for Brisbane early on. Brisbane, a lot of times, were just being able to move the ball back half to forward half and uncontested, and really were just able to pinpoint through the corridor and have great ball movement and making it look real easy, man. And I think Essendon really got decent, bro. As the game went on, like I said, Nick Martin was pretty good, but Nate Caddy is somebody I've really been liking the more that I watch Essendon, the forward. As the game went on, Peter Wright got involved as well. But yeah, man, Nate Caddy had an excellent goal where he kicked it over his head, and it was an emphatic goal. I didn't really expect that from him. I didn't know he had that type of creativity, so I was impressed with that. And they went on a string of goals to cut the Brisbane deficit, and they rallied. But Brisbane, at the end of the day, really had the momentum at the end of the game, and ended up really dashing Essendon's dreams of having an upset despite the numbers that they've been down. So at the end of the day, I was impressed with Essendon, man. I can't really give them too much shit like I have been giving them. I think they've been beating up on the lesser teams and getting smoked by the good teams. And Brisbane is a good team, and at the end of the day, they really did the best that they could, given the stocks that that they have. Yeah, man, Isaac Kako looked decent at times, man. He got a nice little pace to him, so it's good to see him get more comfortable as he plays more games under his belt. For Brisbane, on the other hand, though, Hugh McCluggage really had an excellent game, bro. I think 40-plus disposals, hella score involvements, and really everything that Brisbane was able to get really stemmed from really Hugh McCluggage, because I think Lachie Neale and Josh Dunkley didn't really have the best games to their standard, but the one player that did elevate for sure was Hugh McCluggage, who was probably best on ground. Nick Martin just continues to prove that he's a Swiss Army knife. Started down back because of the injuries that Essendon has been having, but he ended up getting an early goal, one of Essendon's first 3 goals. And so it just shows the versatility and the work rate that he has. I think that's his best trait. Kai Loman hasn't had a goal all season, and he was able to boot 3 this game. So good on him as well. Logan Morris just continues to impress me with his play and looking like he could potentially fill that void as that Joe Danaher left behind as the tall forward for Brisbane. So yeah, it was a pretty entertaining game. It's definitely better than I thought it was at the end of the day. I was entertained by it. I thought it was, I might have written Essendon off after that first quarter, but like I said, they got to work and really just bit down hard, put some grit into the competition and into the contest, and ultimately just fell short to a more experienced and better side at the end of the day. So that's really what I got for this game, man. I'm trying to think if I got anything else that I missed. I don't think so, man. Yeah, man. Got more games this week. That was just one. So like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube shit, man. Check out the game coming on tonight. Hawthorn and Collingwood. Potentially another cracker, man. Depends on what Hawthorn team shows up, you know what I'm saying? I tip Collingwood. But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's Lord.